Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? It's Big Porky here. And I've just spilt beer on my Lacoste top, so I've had to put my Porky top on with K official sponsor. The beers are flowing, it's a Sunday afternoon, bit of peace and quiet, sat at home. The problem with bottles of beer, when you've drank it, it rises up, doesn't it? Right, a couple of things I've jotted down here. Let's have a look. Spence, Canelo, Usyk, Crawford, Lomachenko. Porky's top 5 pound for pound fighters in the world. Well, at the moment you'd have to say it's any one of them 5, innit? Spence, Usyk, Crawford, they're all undefeated, aren't they? Lomachenko and Canelo have got a defeat on the record, but Mayweather defeats, not to be worried about, and the other guy came in £2 heavier, didn't he, against Lomachenko, but it was his second fight. So they're my top 5. You could put them in any order. I think Lomachenko's just out of this world, but I also think that maybe he might have got to the top and he might just be a little bit, coming a little bit downhill now, but I could be wrong, but he's got enough there to just blow Anthony Collar away, who can't punch for toffee. I mean, I keep hearing dare to be great, but dare to be stupid, isn't it, really? Crawler against Loma. Bad form in my opinion, bad form, but what can you do? It's one of them things, isn't it? It's one of them things, but I think that Crawler, I think he gets beat, battered, stopped by Lomachenko. Canelo, I think he's just going from strength to strength. Why Billy Joe Saunders has never fought him, I don't know, because Beefy Smith did. Beefy Smith and Fielding, Rocky Fielding, they fought Canelo, but Billy Joe didn't. Why is that? Why hasn't Billy Joe had the fights? I don't know, but only Billy Joe knows that, doesn't he? But as what Frank Warren not been able to deliver for him, I don't know. Crawford just goes from strength to strength, doesn't he? He's a multi-weight champion, isn't he? Same as Canelo, he's a freeweight champion. Lomachenko, they go through gears, don't they? Usyk's fantastic, technically off this. Usyk could be best heavyweight out there for all we know. He is that good. Usyk, he could be the best out there now. But for me, out of them lot, you'd have to say Errol Spencer's best out of them lot. I don't think Crawford will be queuing up to fight Errol Spence. I think he's that good. Anybody that can do that to Kell Brook is really good. And I think that Errol Spence goes all the way. That's my opinion. Yeah, I think Errol Spencer's fantastic. I think he goes all the way, and I think he's really good. So it's my top 5 pound for pound at the moment are Errol Spence, Crawford, Lomachenko, Usyk and Canelo. There's no in between any of them, isn't there? It's like a 5-sided coin, isn't it? It's like a 5-sided coin where you just can't decide who. It's like choices, isn't it? It's like having, say, 15 grand on you, and you're going to buy a second-hand car and you want a Merc, but you look at the rival Audi and BMW and VW. You look at all them four, and you might end up looking at a Lexus. So you've got like 5 cars there, and your mind will be spinning. You just can't decide which one, because you might test drive them all. Well, it's a bit like that, isn't it, really? But I think Errol Spencer's probably best out of them at the moment. But you never know, do you? You never know, it could be Usyk, he could surprise us all. I mean, out of all them, Usyk's the only one that's won every belt in a division, so it could be Usyk. I mean, he's Olympic gold, isn't he? It remains to be seen what who the best number one is, pound for pound, but it's one of them 5. I don't see anybody else breaking that top 5. No, I think they're the top 5 pound for pound fighters in world boxing, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's Errol Spence, but I'm swaying towards Usyk because I'm a big Usyk fan. Now, Usyk beat Beterbiev. Now, I remember speaking with Carl Froch years ago, and he said to me he liked Beterbiev. That were, did Beterbiev win in Milan, was it? 09? 2009 Milan, I think it might have been. It got gold, didn't he? Wheeled him to gold. I remember speaking to the Cobra about him and saying he's going to be something special. But Usyk had already beat him, hadn't he, in amateurs, and he beat him in Olympics. 08 Olympics, you'd have to check that up. Usyk or Ersk, whatever he's called, he's got a win over Beterbiev. A close win, but I see them as the top 5. As regards light heavyweight, I think Beterbiev is best light heavyweight out there. As regards Anthony Yard, there's no way on earth he's going to fight Kovalev. They can keep chatting as much crap as they want. They're going to look to hide behind saying we're the A side or politics. Any angle, we're the A side, or it's got to be 60-40, or it's got to be in this country, blah de blah. Look, there's too much of that going on at the moment. Let's just see the fights. I don't want to hear rubbish about 60-40, 70-30, because I'm tending to agree with Ultratech Sports Raw that boxing now, we're just being fed a load of crap, aren't we? We're being fed a load of crap. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it at all. I just want to see the fights. I'm not breaking my back with this channel, running up and down with a camera and giving an opinion and putting my own time in, to be fobbed off by Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren and Bob Arum and Al Heyman because they want to line their pockets. And the people who are advising these fighters, why don't they just fight? Do you know what I mean? Why don't they listen to the trainer and just fight? There's too many advisors in boxing, isn't there? Everybody's got an advisor, haven't they? It's unbelievable. It's starting to annoy me. Starting to really annoy me, and I'm fed up of it now. It's like I heard yesterday, I'm not going to say who, but I spoke to a guy in industry. He's got a good media job, and he said to me that Joshua's going to fight Pulev at Christmas for his mandatory, and I said, you're joking me? He said, no, they're going to go mandatory route and just front it out. I mean, that's shocking, isn't it? You know, so all this chit chat we're going to see, and Joshua could just go like that and go fight his mandatory. We have exemptions, don't we? If you can't get an exemption, you have step aside money. But they just don't want hard fights, they just want to pile money up. Fighters have become businessmen, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's the fans that miss out, people like us. You know, I'm an hardcore boxing fan when all's said and done, who probably stumbled across a bit of a role with Dennis Hobson. That's all I am, I'm not spectacular. You know, and it were a role that I put my own time and effort in. I never took a penny out of boxing, because I love boxing that much. I'm not bothered if I carry a spit bucket, or if I end up just picking sparring partners up or fighters up from airports and that. I just like to be involved, but you know, I'm getting to the stage now where I'm thinking, you know, what am I involved with here? What am I doing? Starting to question things, and I think it's a bit more honest. think boxing's a bit more honest at the level that Dennis is doing it at the moment, you know, Commonwealth level, you know, with Tommy Frank, and there's a few other kids who are Commonwealth level, and you know, we might be making signings with kids who are going to go for IBF European and stuff like that, and IBF Intercontinentals and stuff, but there's no world level fighters there now. Liam Cameron's gone, but I think it's a bit more honest than this level. You know, Dillian Whites and Joshua's, Wilders and Furies and them, they're not fighting anybody, are they? I mean, Tyson Fury, he's selling a story to us now. They're not. He's just done an evening with Tyson Fury in Woodlands, right, in Doncaster. There were nothing spoke about boxing. It were all about spreading the word on mental health. Now that's all very well, spreading word on mental health, but you know, they're not doing it for free. They're getting paid thousands of pounds to spread the word on mental health. So I don't want to hear that. If I were there, I'd ask questions. Why are you not fighting so and so? Now, I like Tyson, but I also don't want anybody pissing up my leg. So I won't be going to any of them dudes. But I wish him all the best. But I keep hearing about, I had drug problems and I was depressed and this and that. Listen, I've had drug problems 20 years. And I've also served 10 in Nick. But you dust yourself down and get up, don't you? I'm not worth millions of pounds. I mean, Tyson was taking drugs and that, had millions of pounds in bank, or worth millions. I don't get it. But then I keep hearing that people can say, well, it can happen to people who've got millions. Well, fair enough. Fair enough, depression can happen to people who've got millions, but if you're spreading the word on mental health, don't be charging thousands of pounds for a table of 10 or X amount of tickets. Do it for free. Do it out of the goodness of your heart. So I'm not buying into all that evening with Tyson Fury. I'm not buying into all that. People were saying, how come you didn't go down with your camera? It's only down the road from you. No, I don't want to be a part of anything like that. I'm boxing through and through. I'd want to go down and ask questions about boxing. I don't want to go to shows and an evening with Tyson Furies if I can't ask boxing questions. So that's why I haven't gone to them, but I wish them all the best. I wish Tyson all the best, but I don't want to hear about spreading word for mental health and that. That's all good and very well, that's good, but I want to hear about what Tyson Fury is doing boxing wise, because the kid can fight, can't he? He's a masterful boxer. I want to hear about what he's doing in boxing. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to see all these YouTubers and media guys putting their tongue up his arsehole and asking him the questions that he wants to ask. I want to see him ask proper questions. Proper questions where you get them on back foot. I don't want to be around bullshit. I want to see proper questions asked by proper boxing people, like, why are you fighting Tom Schwartz? Why are you saying that you're a lineal champion when you're not? That's what I want to see. I want to see proper questions asked. I don't think that's a lot to ask. Too many people get the knickers in a twist over a certain few questions. I think fans have a right to know what's going on, in my opinion. I don't want to hear all this best thing since sliced bread, and I'll beat Joshua, Wilder and White, and then I'm fighting Tom Schwartz. Come on. You're talking to me, Big Porky. I'm not going to listen to that load of crap. Nobody dares say a word though, dare they? How can you say anything when they turn around and say, well, we're spreading word on mental health? How can you say a word? You can't say anything to that, can you? Because then you're a hater. You're a hater. Bottom line is this: Tom Schwartz don't float my boat. That's why they've had to go to America. They can't put that on over here. Tom Schwartz, do me a favour. Who's going to want to see that? If Tyson stays out in America like Amir Khan, he'll pile the money up in the bank, but he'll alienate the fans. But is he bothered? Right. All you big Tyson Fury fans out there, do you think for 1 minute, that Tyson is bothered about what you think? Fair enough, he can go to these shows in Britain, doing all these selfies and building up a fan base. Fair enough. but they're not fighting anybody, are they? The kid can fight. I want to see him in proper fights. I want to see him in proper fights. I want to see Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman, Bob Arum. I want to see them all sit down. I want to see them sort this out once and for all. I don't want to hear all this rubbish that we're being fed. It's utter garbage. We're being fed garbage. Tom Swartz, Brazil, Miller. None of these have got a belt. They're never going to have a belt. These guys are just barely top 10 contenders in a weak era. These are called gimme fights. As Tyson Fury says, bum city fights. He deserves respect for taking the Wilder fight, but these are bum city fights. The Wilder fight ain't gonna happen. It's further away than it's ever been. But you know, people keep going on and on and on about it, don't they? Like, you know, it's all that matters. Look, do you think Tyson's bothered? He's training at weekend. He's training in week, and he's doing an evening with Tyson Fury at weekend, spreading word on mental health at £20,000 a pop. Do you think he's bothered? Do you think Tyson Fury's bothered about what you, the fans, think? He's just showed you what he thinks to you all. You can't go watch him in England no more. You've got to go to America. You go to America to watch Tyson now. If you want to watch him fight, get your money in your pocket. He's gone. He's gone to America. He's not bothered about you, the fans. He's fighting Tom Swartz. We're talking about a guy here, right, who can box, but he's had one world title win 4 years ago. One. All you Tyson Fury fans are going to hammer me for this, but one world title win against a man 40-year-old, same age as Louis Ortiz. Louis Ortiz is 40 now, isn't he? Well, Vladimir was 41 when Tyson fought him. Old man. He beat an old man in a mandatory decision, and he's a boxing god. Fought Wilder in America, got dropped twice fighting on back foot. I'm talking statistics here. People are losing the shit of a Tyson Fury. And I'm a Tyson Fury fan, but I'm a realist. Tyson Fury knows he needs to get some money in bank before he goes near Wilder or Joshua. So them fights are not going to happen. And Joshua's not going to risk it either. He's just as bad as Wilder and Fury. And if Joshua's going to be like that, Wilder and Fury do right. So you've got these three guys here, and only two of them have got belts. Only two of them have got belts. Tyson's got this like imaginary belt. So you've got three guys at the top of the table. They don't want to fight each other, and they're going to keep spinning this massive yarn. And we, the fans, are supposed to put up with it. Well, I'm not putting up with it. I'm not interested. So I won't be buying any of their pay-per-views. No, I won't be buying them. I'll tune in and I'll give an opinion. I'll get highlights, but no, I'd give them more respect if they say, look, we want to pile loads of money up and then we'll fight. But they're going to hide behind Bob Arum, Al Heyman and Eddie Hearn, Sky, Fox and ESPN, or Showtime is it? They're going to hide behind them lot. That's what's going to happen. And you, the fans, are going to put up with it. But that's just how it goes, isn't it? But Joshua, he's going to beat Miller. Then he's going to fight Pulev. Dillian White's not going to... He's not going to be in the mix at all. But that's his own fault because he had his chance, didn't he, Dillian White? And he blew it, didn't he? He blew it. He's got that many people in his ear hole that he doesn't know where he's going, does he? So... that's just my opinion. I'm entitled to it. So if anybody's got a problem with it, leave a comment or send me an email. So peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep supporting boxing. It's fantastic sport. My top three at the moment in heavyweight division. We've got Tyson Fury number 1, Joshua number 2, Wilder number 3. That's my top three. Dillian White number 4. But it's not gonna. It don't matter, does it? Because they're not gonna fight each other, are they? Wilder's had a boxing lesson off Tyson. Tyson's had some fist off Wilder, so they're not going to go near each other ever again. They're both a little bit like that about it. White's had some fist off Joshua, and Joshua's had a bit of fist off White, so that's not going to happen. So you're going to get the guys that they've beat all fighting each other. Now Tom Schwartz, he's going to lose against Tyson Fury over 12 rounds. He'll then fight White, Joshua or Wilder, and they'll just play past the parcel. That's what they'll do. They're playing past the parcel with Brazil, aren't they? And that's what they'll do. They'll play past the parcel. But nobody seems to be going near Luis Ortiz, do they? But it is what it is, isn't it? Like or dislike, subscribe, leave me a comment. So peace out. I'm just going to sink a few more beers now because I'm raging. Keep on trucking.